Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwiners.com coming to you from the David Frygon studio on the expansive first floor of the Winners and Winers Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's deep... Nope, I lied. Shallow six. How about that? It is Saturday. It is college football. That means a half dozen, if you will, of our favorite college football plays for the day. And of course, we want to know what you're playing, man. Let us know in the comment section what games you're on today. Give me your best five. Hit me with your best shot, if you will. You know, if you got five, put them up there. If you don't have five, you just want to play one or two games, maybe a parlay, whatever it is, put it up there. You get them right, we'll give you the shout out. You get enough of them right, just like David Frygon, you will be our capper of the day. What could be cooler than that? Well, winning a shitload of money. That'd be cooler. And of course, don't forget to check out our websites, winnersandwiners.com and statsalt.com. Deep dives into every game going on in America every single day. Please get by there and check it out, especially if you're going back and forth from sport to sport. It is an invaluable resource, and I highly recommend it. It is one of my favorites, and not just because I work there. It's been one of my favorites for a long time, and if you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor. All right, and what else? Well, let's take a look and see how we did yesterday on the Deep Three. We did have and I didn't write these down for the first time. Let's see if we had the. I know we went 1 and 2 as we had the Orlando Magic and the Grizzlies to go over the total. And you know what? We were looking in good shape. It was kind of push and shove there at halftime. They both came out and played well in the third quarter. And we just needed, I think we needed 46 points in the fourth quarter. Shouldn't have been that big of an ask. And the Orlando Magic, they certainly did their job. And that was kind of how I had this one capped. I had Orlando breaking out, and they did. They scored 100 just one time this season. They did break out and score 118. However, the Grizzlies, in the fourth quarter, they put up 8 points. Thanks very much, boys. Thanks so much, as we end up losing that total by 4. So if they could have just scored just a dozen points in one quarter, we'd have been golden. But not the way it worked out for us. So we lose that one. We had the Oregon State Beavers against Washington. You know what? If you'd have told me that we're going to give you 10.5 points, we're going to give you a pick six, and Washington is only going to put up 19 points. Now how much would you bet? Well, you know what? I'd have bet a lot more than I did already, and I put a pretty fair amount on this. They just had no offense. Just absolutely just no offense at all for the Beavers. I was, just an ugly game where the whole week we've been waiting for one defensive stop. Tonight we had all the ones that we didn't get during the week. They all happened in one game, and they all happened for the Huskies. Thanks, guys. Just wonderful there. And we did hit a victory on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. We had them plus 17 as they won outright against UCF. And that game ended up costing us on the premium side because we had over 69. And, we were sitting in pretty good shape. We were sitting at 45 at halftime. And UCF, one of the top scoring teams in the nation, comes out and puts up 3 points in the second half. We lose by 4 points. And we had a shot, even late in the game, if UCF just gets a field goal to tie it up at 34. We're golden, because you know that game ain't ending in a tie in college. But it was not to be. And, 3 points for the Knights there in the second half. That screwed us on the premium side. We also had the University of Missouri and Northern Kentucky over. And that was kind of a lackluster performance by both teams. Just couldn't get a lot going offensively. And it fell short of the total. So we go 1 and 2 and 0 and 2. That means 1 and 4 on the day, and that means, you know what? We're ready for some college football in a big way. We're going to make some hay. We went 5 and 1 last week. I'm going to step out there and see if I can't even not jinx this. We have on the shallow six, we have either gone 4 and 2, 5 and 1, or 3 and 3. We have not had a losing day yet on the shallow six. So if we can get past that jinx, let's see what we can do here today. All right. First one we're taking a look at in the Big 12 is the Iowa State Cyclones traveling down to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. I like the total in this one, guys, of under 67. You know what? Actually, and it's actually the last time I checked, it's up to 69. I capped this early in the week, and that total is now up to 69. And I think that we may see a rise in this. I think there could be another point coming before we get some buybacks. So I think we're getting the old okey doke from the books on this one. Okay, it seems like a no-brainer. Oklahoma, the highest scoring team in the country, they average almost 50 points per game. Iowa State has a big-time quarterback. Slam dunk, right? Got to be an over. Well, maybe not. Here's the deal. Both of these defenses are actually better than you think. Both of them are in the top 30 in yards per play and yards passing. Now, they're not quite as good against the rush, but they're both in the top 50 as far as rushing defense. Feel free to fade this one, guys. We could be beat on this game by halftime. I'll be the first to admit that if this one goes south, we could actually end up with egg on our face for sure. I just got a hunch about this one. I think those defenses play a little bit tougher. When you've got a total that high, you don't need all that much help. You just need, basically one bad quarter, just a few stops, a turnover at a crucial spot, and Bob's your uncle. We're going to be in business. So there's going to be some points, but I think it stays under the total of 69. And I'm going to go to going east as two independent teams, actually. I'm trying to think of conferences, and that's because they don't have any. As UMass takes on the Army Black Knights. Army is a home favorite of 34 points in this one. Here's the deal, kids. Army is 0-4 against the number as the home favorite, and UMass is 0-4 against the spread as a road dog. Something has to give, and you know what that something is? It's a UMass defense that's going to give. They are last in the country versus the rush. They give up 272 yards per game and 6.6 yards per carry. Those are both last, 130th in FBS. Maybe you've heard this. Army, they like to run the ball a little bit. Now, they're not as good as in years past, but they can still win out and make a bowl game, and that has to start here today. We talked about this last week with Akron. UMass is another one of these teams that is redefining bad. There's a couple of them. Akron, UMass, New Mexico State. There's bad, and then there's UMass bad, okay? They call them the Minutemen because that's how long it takes teams to score on their defense. You like that? Give me, I crack myself up. Give me the Army Black Knights minus 34 points. No dry trips for the Cadets in this one. And speaking of covering 40, how about Maryland and Ohio State? Ohio State minus 42. Kids, the Terps have lost by 31 to Michigan, 42 to Minnesota, 26 to Purdue, and 59 to Penn State. And now they get a team that is far better on offense, and even without Chase Young, they are better on defense than any of those squads. Ohio State's 7-1 against the spread this year, with the only loss coming in the first game of the season versus FAU, when they were actually covering a 27-point spread. They were up 28-zip in the first quarter, and they didn't just take their foot off the gas. They actually got out of the car and put it in neutral. How many points is too many for the Buckeyes to cover? Fuck, I don't know. But I don't think I do know this. I don't think it's 42. Give me Buckeyes minus the 42 points. And speaking of bad football teams, we're going to play one of them as UConn takes on Cincinnati. UConn catching 35 points in this one. Guys, Cincinnati's going to win this game. They're going to win it handily, but this is just too many points for a Bearcat team that averages just 31 points on the season and has topped the total of 35 just 3 times. The UConn pass defense isn't awful, and the Bearcats, again, they just can't have many dry trips and still cover this number, especially if UConn can put up a touchdown or two on their own. I think the Huskies sneak in under the wire on this versus this inflated number. Give me UConn plus 35. And speaking of Penn State, looking at Penn State, Minnesota. Penn State is a road favorite, 6.5 points going to the Gophers. You know what? Minnesota is absolutely untested. They've had a run where they played 4 backup quarterbacks in a row. Best team they played this season has either been Nebraska or Illinois. Not quite a duo to send shivers up your spine. Here's a fun fact. Minnesota is the only top 50 team in the country that has not played another top 50 team. They haven't faced a defense anywhere near what the Nittany Lions put up. Both of these teams, being 8-0, they are dreaming of the college football playoffs. One of them is going to wake up screaming in the middle of the night. Looking at you, Golden Gophers. The run is over. Give me Penn State minus the 6.5 points. And speaking of New Mexico State, we're going to take a look as the Lobos travel down to Oxford to take on the Ole Miss Rebels. Rebels minus 28. Man, you take what do you guys taste that? Tastes like chalk. A lot of real chalky today. Ole Miss 28-point favorite. Here's the deal, guys. The Lobos are 127th in scoring, and they are 118th in points allowed. With stats like that, you'd expect bad things to happen, and bad things happen almost every week to New Mexico. The Rebels, well, they get their mid-season cupcake party that the SEC is known for this week, and I think they take care of business in a big way. Give me Ole Miss minus the 28 points. Give me Penn State minus the 6.5. Give me UConn breaking up the chalk here plus 35. And now get that big chalk out. Give me Ohio State minus 42. Army minus 34. And the Iowa State-Oklahoma Sooners under 69 at the end of those 6 games. You guys can join me. We'll pick up our winning tickets and head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at the shout-outs for today. By the way, if you're interested in the premium picks, we will have that link listed in our description of the video. So check that out. Get signed up if you like. Love to have you as part of the team. We have been a little chilly on the premium side, not going to lie to you. And but you know what? You trust the process. It does what it does. The numbers are going to come around. So I think we're about ready to turn it around, he said confidently. So let's take a look, see how you guys did today. Steve Godon was all over those Tulsa Golden Hurricane plus 17, but he beaver-tailed us on the Oregon State plus 10.5. So Steve, he got juice today. Super Cisco's talking about the Phillip Rivers interception last night. He said what's horrible on that pick 6 when he threw it, he just smiled. Yeah, I thought that was weird too, dude. I saw that too. That was a weird expression, a weird reaction. You know, I don't know. You know what? Being a Chiefs fan, never been a Phillip Rivers fan, and he just for most of that game just looked absolutely dreadful last night. The confused Oracle, man, he was confused today. I wish he wouldn't have been. Said I got a hunch Scott's going to go 3-0 tonight. Tailing you all the way to the bank with a parlay. Man, it said counterintuitive picks are the ones that separate the men from the boys. Yeah, we had a couple. Like I said, that Orlando game, we kind of had it. That was so frustrating. We had it. They had the tough part capped. You know, Orlando had been scoring like 94 points a game. We picked them to break out. They did, and the Grizzlies just didn't cooperate at all. Orlando plays good defense too, by the way. You know, they don't play 8 points they don't play 32 points a game good, but they do play good defense. So, anywho, Stack Left says he loves Edmonton Oilers tonight. Says Devils are coming off a tough loss to Calgary and they have to turn around and play a rested and improved Oilers team. Stack Left was a 100% stacked correctly. He goes 1-0 plus 100. C-Dub, another guy that loved the Oregon State pick. Man, he said he had it 2 days ago. He's on the team total over as well. Rough night for team total on that one, buddy. He went 2-1-2 on his soccer plays, and he went 8-3 with the ones that he posted today. Yesterday he went 8-1, kids. So that is a 2-day total of 16-4 overall. I'm no math major, but I'm thinking that's going to work out to about 80%. So if you get up early, you like to watch a little soccer, even if you don't like to watch soccer, but if you like to make money, get on C-Dub, because when he gets hot, kids, he gets hot. All right, so he goes 2-1-2 today plus 90. Daniel Ruan said, let's go again. Said one of these days I'm going to be camper of the day, and that day may come, and I'm almost certain that it will. That day, however, is not today. He did a great job on the first period over with the Bruins and the Wings, but the Canucks and the Jets let him down on that same bet, and the Wizards did as well. In that, Barry Block said he has a Tulsa team total over. That's a good play right there, Barry Block. Said he went 4-0 last night as he hit the Raiders, the over, Temple, and Louisiana Lafayette team total over. Well done, Mr. Block. For today, he goes 1-0 plus 100. Nice job, my fellow Kansas City in there, brother. Well done, Barry. Kyle Z, he said, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I post yesterday? I went 5-0. If you know Kyle, I 100% believe that, because that young fella, he puts up some numbers. Today, I don't know. I can't remember if he posted some pics or not. I'll take a look here later. Shad Spoon. Shad Spoon. I think this is the first we've heard from Shad. I love the name. Like we're trolling for white bass or something. He had the over in the Tulsa game. He had the over in the Oregon State game. He had the under in the Lakers game, which came in, and he also had the Bucks -1. Just so you know, this will be the last time that Shad Spoon will be posting his picks for free. All right, so take that for what it's worth. Duly noted, Shad. Thanks for putting them up there. We certainly appreciate it. Todd Chin. He had the. I think he had 4 bets here. I think he had the UCF and the under, Oregon State and the under. So the way I see it, that went 2-2. Unless he went 2-0. Again, I'm not. It was just where he put UCF plus under plus Oregon State plus under. I think it was 4 bets. All right, that's how I'm booking it. So Todd, he got juiced. My Doan said, "Oh my God, last night was my night. I win huge." Said Oakland 20 over and 20,000, and it was 20.000, 20.000. It's in Oakland plus overaction on the reverse. So she needs one more game to get the BMW M4. All right, I'm not gonna be honest. I don't know what most of that means. I know that she had good picks on the Oakland game, but if you get your BMW, if you figured out that last pick and you hit it, let us know, number one, what contest that was in and how we can all join, and who's getting the first ride. No, let us know what you had for your pick. Let us know how you did. We're dying to know. Oh, there we go. Kyle Z for today. He had the. Oh, that's right. Kyle Z did not go 5-0 today. He. Tough day for Kyle. So, yeah, dude, you and me, we keep our powder dry. We're going to fire at him here today. Mikey B had some decent picks, but he laid some heavy wood there and ended up on the losing side. He did have the Lakers, the Jazz, and Ryder in the NCAA realm. Very good. Darwin Tenko. Darwin had the Oakland NCAA men's basketball first half. He had Sacramento -2.5, Tulsa +17, and the Detroit Pistons. That's 4-0 there on your straight picks, my friend. Well done. And he played a parlay with Sacramento, Detroit, Tulsa, and the Minnesota Timberwolves to cover 11. God, so close. I think they won by 6-5. Yeah, they didn't get to 11. So Darwin, a pretty nice day. He goes 4-0 straight, 0-1 on the parlays. That's +300 on the day. Tyler Flanagan had another fine day. Tyler goes 4-1 with his picks from the NBA and the college basketball world. Missed only on the University of Texas San Antonio. He goes 4-1 +290 on the day. Chris Dunn goes 3-2 in the NBA, and that is +80 on the day. Hammer and Hank, he hit. He hit the Hawks at Oregon State. He had Tulsa team. He had the under there. He had the Wizards -4.5, so he was close. I think that you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know why I didn't grade you, Hank. I think you got juice, brother. If you didn't, my apologies. Yeah, Stuart Aardvark, he had UCF -16. Got a good price on that. He said, soon I get back to offering my logics per pick. Said the time is nearing. That's cool because he writes very, very good capsules on his games and lays out the reasons. Cyrus Kring, he had Harvard. Another game I was looking at, man. That Northeastern team scared me just a little bit being at home. And, yeah, they ended up taking care of business. Harvard's supposed to be really good this year. They've got they had a top 10 recruiting class 4 years ago. And they've still got 2 cats left. And they haven't even made the NCAA tournament yet. So this is the year. People expected big things out of Harvard. They didn't get off to a great start there against Northeastern. Sri Harsha said he is going to take the Lakers and the under. Both of those paid off. And, of course, he said the Bucks on the obvious pick, -2.5. No. So he goes 2-1, +90 on the day. Nice job, Sri. Richard Hill said the Orlando over. Really? You know what, dude? I'm not taking any shit when we miss a total by 4 points and one team puts up 8 points in the last quarter. Just not doing it. Sorry. And you know me, if you guys have been with me a while, you know I don't take much shit on retro capping either. So if you want to give me shit about my picks, the time to do it is before the game starts. All right. I'd make that play. Again, that's another one. You go, Orlando's going to score 118. How do you like the over 208? I would say I like that a fuck ton. So, yep. Stephen, my favorite story of the night. Stephen Tejada said being damn drunk played Duke minus 24, North Carolina minus 22, and Washington minus 10.5. I assume that's in college football. I assume that's a parlay. And then he went back to play Duke, North Carolina, and Oregon State plus 10.5. So talk about drinking and playing. He's down 130. Dude, I'm not laughing at you. We've all been there. I think everybody that's watching this video probably has a drunk gambling story. So, it sucks, dude. And you never win those bets when you're drunk. You never make the drunk bet. Like, I can't believe I won that bet. Scott B asked a great question. So why aren't you showing the premium results anymore? He said you always used to post it after the shoutouts. And I'll tell you the reason. You notice that the other thing we're not doing is we're not pimping PointsBet either. After we got our account suspended, nobody's really sure why. We have cut down on a lot of the extraneous shit. We have cut down on putting up different graphics. We've cut down on pimping different places, and that includes the premium picks. We throw the link up there because it's a link that goes to our site as well. The bots aren't going to catch it. But we are erring on the side of caution, and everything is kind of being done on the DL right now. If I do remember to think about it, and of course, I'm going to be honest, I'm a human being, so I'm going to be a lot more, I'm going to remember a lot more when we're hot on the premium side. We are not hot right now. We are 6 under for the month, having a dreadful month. So, Scott, great question. That's the reason. Will it come back? I don't know. I know we're going to be doing a lot of different stuff with video coming up very soon. We'll see. I will still obviously give the premium results at the top of the show every day. Anybody that wants to know premium how we're doing, I'll be happy to say it. And especially if we get hot. But that's the reason. That's the same reason. Like I said, it's the same reason I'm not doing PointsBet. Same reason I'm not putting the links to all like it used to be like 5 or 6 links in the description. We now have 1. So that's the reason and behind there. Good question, my friend. All right, so that leaves our Posit Cappers today. Chris Dunn 3-2 plus 80, C-Dub 2-1-2 plus 90, Sri Harsha 2-1 plus 90, Stack Left 1-0 plus 100, Tyler Flanagan 4-1 plus 290, and Darwin Tango 4-0 straight, 0-1 on his 4-teamer. He goes plus 300 on the day. That is good enough, my friend Darwin Tango. Congratulations for the first time. You are our capper of the day. Way to go, bud. Darwin, if you've got to play for anything in the Sunday NFL, make sure you put that up, or any other, whatever you got your eye on for Sunday. Doesn't even have to be NFL. If you got a good pick we can all make money on, put it in the comment section here today, and I'll make sure that it gets to everybody. All right, kids, here we go. It's the weekend. Let's fire it up. Let's make some of that money. All right, but you know the deal. No matter what happens, we'll meet back here tomorrow. We'll do what we do. We'll bitch about our bad beats. Yeah, you'll hear me complaining about 8 points in a quarter and UCF putting up 3 points in the second half. And we'll brag about those fat stacks. I know there's a few of them up there that are three you guys that are counting your green. So we will brag about our fat stacks. And then it'll be NFL Sunday. You know what we do, man. We kick back. We get them Benjamins out. And we're going to fire it up and do it all again. All right, you guys take care. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.